was gas first then.
Yeah, it was gas first, 100%. So if you don't scout, gas first is better. You get a little bit more gas, faster Stargate, and I really like attacking with double oracles. When you play gas first, it feels like a very powerful timing. The first oracle isn't necessarily much better, but the double oracle definitely is a lot better, and we'll see if we can get any damage done here.
By the way, no forge and quick 4 gateways.
Yeah. Glaive or Blink?
I don't know, maybe...
Stalker?
I think Blink, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the Twilight is way too late for Glaive at this point.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a really cute build. We haven't seen a lot of this. Because there's no third oracle here, this is going to hit quite fast. The fourth gateway is going to give it a lot of punch. But the second gateway was delayed, so it has slightly less stalkers initially. It's kind of an interesting dynamic here in this build order, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of most of the things that Showtime does, honestly.
I think he's gonna go with like maybe 9 or 10 stalkers.
That's a very cute detail that I actually missed. Ooh, I like this first stasis here. There's a lot of energy on the oracles. Not a lot has been used for harassment. That means that revelations, as well as just the pulsar beam, can be activated a couple of times. I'm not a huge fan of roaches in this type of scenario, honestly. Always feels like they, without the speed, they're super underwhelming, though. If there's no creep, especially.
It's like super easy to just kill one, blink back, and kill another one.
Yeah, exactly. And because the unit count is so low, it feels like sniping 1 or 2 roaches actually is somewhat of a big deal. I love how Showtime is kind of defending that stasis with like a stalker wall. And then whenever he feels like there's enough units, he's probably going to move back all the way. Ooh, that was a bit sloppy. Lost 1 stalker there for free. One of the queens is going to get sniped. This is kind of okay for Showtime. Doesn't need to blink that back, Showtime. Oh, sloppy control. It is pretty late though, so...
Oh no, another one.
I think Serral is going to go for it, no? Yeah, I like what Showtime is doing actually. Like he kept Serral on a pretty low worker count for a while. His 4th base is already done at this point. He's got like 10 gateways maybe. The only downside is like +2 is a bit late to the party, but aside from that, everything is pretty good from Showtime, I think.
Think he's going to add a second force here or no?
No.
I doubt it. Like I think the only purpose of the armor upgrades are against Zerglings, right? But he's making nothing but roaches. And even then, I think oracles, making extra oracles is better than getting another forge, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too, majority of the time. Ooh, this is kind of scary here for Showtime. Needs to be careful to not get surrounded. Of course, these links do not have +1. This is a very big zealot run by the way. Can actually use some damage. I'm not a huge fan of right-clicking
I
the
don't
hash.
like
This is a mistake.
Surely
this is a mistake.
No way does he get it.
Oh, what?
Thank you, Marty.
Still a mistake.
Yeah, I still think it's not worth it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of zealots. That's like
There's like
1,000
12?
minerals of zealots,
Yeah.
right? At least.
Yeah, and a mining base, I guess it's like an even trade. But you have a bit of a, like, maybe you get a bit of a power spike at Serral, right? Because a lot of units just died. But mineral-wise, it's probably about even, right? Like 700 minerals, 300 for the hatchery. It's about equal.
Like when you think about it, like Serral doesn't, Showtime doesn't have much at home.
Yeah, he really doesn't. Oracles also are really low on energy. Sentries are going to come in very clutch here. There's a cannon in a great position. I love the gateway wall here. Not really having full walls, but allowing the stalkers to do a lot of damage. The zealot run by is going to force a big portion of the army back. And he gets a cancel again on another base. And this was actually very big. I wasn't a huge fan of the initial trade, but now that he managed to get another cancel on, Serral can't really drone up. He probably wants to go up to like 80, 82 workers, but what's the point? You're working off of 3 bases. Your main has probably run out at this point. You're basically 2.5 bases. Showtime is mining a lot more. We see 3 red arrows here on the bottom side. That means that he's mining 750 minerals more per minute at least. If he gets to survive for another minute and a half, he's going to be great.
Is it 7?
Yeah, I think it's not gonna happen.
3 arrows, yeah, 250 per arrow.
I thought it. Oh. That probably makes sense, yeah.
I think Serral is gonna wait for a +2 attack and go for it.
For some
GG?
reason,
What?
What?
Why does he leave?
Okay. Yeah, so it's just going to be a fast third base. If Serral scouts this, he'll know to not get a roach warren at like 4 or 410 or whatever you usually get it at. And I think Serral really should scout it. It's super important he gets the information on that Nexus. This was a Nexus after the 3rd pylon still. Now 4th pylon goes down.
It's a map where the Overlord can see the lack of geysers in the natural, so it gets that going, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's only 3 gas. You see that?
I think he's doing the same build, like quick Twilight, and he's gonna add like maybe 3 extra gates.
This is a quick 4th base. I love that there's an Oracle here. It's not going to help, but I love the thought. Because stop laughing at me. I mean, like, if this was like 14 links or 16 links, which is what you usually see, this would have held. Like, this absolutely would have held with like the 4 units and the Oracle. And now it was too many links, but that means that Showtime gets to deal some damage here. Like, that's an investment that Serral makes, and I still think it's a good call to have the Oracle there 100% of the time. Like, I stand by my opinion, guys. You can't bully me.
Sometimes we don't need to bully you, man. You just do it to yourself. A few Stalkers get away, and so gonna get that expansion up on that right side. So I'm moving into his Roaches and Banes. Gonna get there this time, comfortably.
Pretty low worker count again for Serral.
Yeah, but I feel better because he has the +2 coming in.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It just feels nice. The fast Evo is, I don't want to say it's a must, but if you have it, it's like 10 times nicer than not having it. The danger that +2 Banelings have is so much bigger than anything else in the Zerg army.
All it takes is just one green ball and everything's gone.
Yeah, yeah. Legit, it's crazy. I still can't believe that this is in the game. Sometimes wake up and I hope that it was all just a nightmare.
Like, I had a discussion with Drogo the other day. I was like, yeah, remember in early Legacy, they added like +5 HP on Baneling because of a photon of a chart that would one-shot Baneling. And the mothership core is gone, but the extra HP on Banelings is still there. It's not fair, bro.
This is the type of conversation you have with Protoss players at 3 AM after 5 beers.
Except I was sober.
And it was 3. Okay, this is some interesting fights here. Serral's doing a way better job this time around. +1 range also on the way. I honestly wouldn't mind him already going up to an infestation pit. Ooh!
Gold base.
Gold base.
I'm just gonna
I think the main point of getting the gold base as well as Protoss is that it makes taking the gold as Dirk much harder as well. Like, it's like you do. It's like you kill one bird with 2 stones or whatever. No, the other way.
One bird with 2 stones?
2 birds with 1 stone.
The Protoss way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's an interesting fight here. As the Roaches move forward, I don't think you can actually commit off-creep into this. The funny thing is that I often believe it's better for Zerg to attack where a Protoss base is, because then you always have the danger of Banelings running into probe. So cancelling a base is nice, but you don't actually get any real objective here. I don't think that Serral should commit too much to this type of attack. Showtime has a lot of money in the bank, is warping in a couple of Archons. He is up to 6 gas at this point, and he's been struggling getting a 5th as well. His upgrades are, well, he's double forging this time around, so that's a little bit different on top of that. This game feels kind of even, except that Serral right now is on Hive Tech, and I'm really curious what he's going to be doing here. Are we going to see a Broodlord transition, which is what he used to like a lot, but against such a mobile composition, I much prefer the Ultralisk.
Yeah, I think Ultras are pretty good in this scenario, especially when you already have melee upgrades. I would like some Baneling run-bys as well. Oh,
Yeah.
no cancel.
He really should quit trying to cancel that 5th base, I think. There's really no point at this point. This could be big. If he gets a surround with the Lynx and the Banelings connect, this is good enough. And he gets a couple of Zealots. 96 workers for Showtime, who's double expanding to a 6th. He's
96.
Yeah, his economy is just bonkers.
But I like making a shit ton of workers because like it takes just a few Banelings to go like -20, and you still have like 75. 71 to be precise.
I like to get 120. If I lose 50 workers, I still have 70 left.
Why no storm? Why you cannot afford it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no gas here. Sorry, Twitch chat question. Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Happens to the best, Mapu. We all sometimes get tempted by the guys in the chat.
Oh my god, see?
Yeah, still 85 left.
Still
That's just
85.
completely fine. Just rebuild them. Especially if you have 6 Nexus, take like 5 seconds as well. This is a dangerous moment though for Showtime. He doesn't actually have that big of an army. He's gonna lose the 6th base. He should not really try to defend this, I think.
And you can see the danger in the production tab, the Hydras and the Lurker. Them is really gonna be the win condition for Serral. Because once you get Lurkers, you don't really have anything to deal with.
No Storm, no Immortals, no Disruptor,
No Disruptors.
no Carriers. This is a tense game.
It's over.
If Serral ever gets across the map, I think the game honestly just ends. But as long as Showtime is running around and annoying him, I don't actually think Serral can kill him. And This is what I'm a little bit worried for. Once like 5-6 Immortals come out, all of a sudden these Lurkers aren't so good anymore. And if Showtime gets to make the step to either Storm or Carriers, I'm actually afraid for Serral here.
Yeah, I would love him to make Storm right now. He's got a Templar Archive. You're corrupting the wrong building, bro. Because like honestly, pure Hydra could be hard to deal with.
Yeah, pure Hydra is a real threat here.
I mean with Lurkers.
Lambo's watching this from his hotel room and just starts shaking. He's like, the Hydra sucks! Overlord speed being built as well, so Serral's really feeling this game. A couple of extra Lurks in position. I think this is, well, this 6 base is definitely going to fall, as more Lurkers are indeed joining the party right now. Yeah, at this point, Storm really is a must. I really think it's good to just send all the Zealots across the map to go do something. Like, there's no point being here, and as there's no Banelings left remaining, Zealots are actually good at harassing things. You can get somewhat decent trades. Showtime still wants to clean up this army, gets a couple of Revelations going as well. Will eventually clean up these Lurkers, but this was a major win here for Serral, and Serral feels kind of ballsy. He's going to move up further on the map near the Watchtower, getting a greater Spire. Did he lose his Baneling Nest? Oh wow, didn't even notice that.
He didn't.
Oh, he has. This is the backup.
The backup Bane Nest.
A classic. Actually, I've never seen this in my life.
Never? Not a single time.
I don't think I've ever seen a backup Baneling Nest without it dying. That's a very weird thing. Maybe he has like grid hotkeys and wanted to build something else with like the advanced structure tab. What would that be?
I don't use grid.
Ultra Cavern?
Ultra Cavern, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think Serral uses grid though, so it's a useless thing to worry about. He's only getting +2 on range now, by the way. I hadn't even realized that.
Yeah, well, he's so melee heavy, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's been on Lurker Hydra for like 3-4 minutes.
Look at the immortal train, man. The soul train.
This is a scary moment. If there was Storm here, this would be really, really scary, given the upgrades that Showtime is working with. I don't think this base can survive. I'm not sure if Showtime should continue fighting in the Lurkers, though. That feels like a mistake.
Well, he's going to back up the right side, get the base, and then he can go up the right and maybe get another base. We're killing drones elsewhere, as these few Lurkers on the counterattack is going to be so annoying to deal with, even with the super battery. Oh no, there's Lurkers here too.
Ooh. There's no more detection. Oh, there's 2 Oracles still. One of them could definitely Revelate. Yeah, Storm in this type of scenario just allows you to get like a clean escape, right? You can't get chased anymore. Luckily, there's not too many Lynx or Hydra, so the chase still doesn't happen. These Lurkers dealing a lot of damage. This feels really good for Serral. Serral's playing a fabulous game here. I mean, if you're winning with Lurkers, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, Showtime has a huge gas bank as well as making 4 Archons. I really would love to see Storm at this point.
Yeah, it also makes no sense not to get it, right? It's just, you just kind of get stuck in the mindset. I know this.
I get it. It's like, oh, I need units right now. You know?
Oh no, taking some shots on the high ground as well. Just going to pop some Immortal Shields, right? And oh, the Lings get into the natural, massive run by. We've not really seen much of this in the bases.
No, a lot of workers go down really quickly. That's the perk of having Lings with +3 attack as well as Adrenal Gland. To go absolutely bonkers. At the same time, the Lurkers move into position. There's no Storm to even zone out the Hydras. This is a pure Archon army. No Shocker defending this base, buddy. Yeah, it's going from bad to worse here for Showtime.
Yeah, Archons just don't really cut it. Especially against Lurkers. They have short arms. Lurkers hit from far away. It's not a fair fight.
Pretty poor though, isn't he, Serral?
Yeah, it's pretty broke. But so it's Showtime.
Yeah.
And he lost his
Now we got the gold base.
3 arrows.
Triple arrow.
triple arrow.
6 arrows actually. 2 times triple arrow. What's that, Barty? You studied mathematics.
6 arrows. You just said it.
Yeah, it was the nice word for it. Then you have like the triple, the quad arrows, the quintuple.
Well, the 6?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a hexagon. It's like
The hexagon arrows. Oh, shot, that's the word.
the hexa arrows.
Hexa arrows?
I don't know, man.
I doubt this truly.
There's only 4 now. You can say quad arrows.
Yeah.
We'll go back. I don't think you should start me on numbers and things. There was a disaster yesterday with Oracle jokes, so
I didn't hear that.
you don't want to.
I know. Greater Spire coming in, and that's going to be the, I want to say the final blow, but Showtime, honestly, if he just gets Storm here, he has a really powerful army. The only problem is that there's also 35 Lurkers on the map currently. They're fully upgraded.
Yeah, but if you had Storm, just one Storm in the middle of those Lurkers and they would all disappear, right?
What if they stack up?
One Storm.
I mean, at least you can defend better. You can get this base going, maybe. And the nice thing about Lurkers is if the Lurkers aren't in position, it's really easy to kind of kill a base and run away. And it's difficult to attack into 8 Immortal, let's face it. I just don't think that this is not the type of engagement you can take here. I really don't believe that. And as we say
I do believe, honestly.
he is absolutely destroying this Lurker. Like, it's not even funny how one-sided that fight is. Holy crap, he's owning this.
Oh my
Man,
god.
the Lurkers are bad.
That bad? Really? They are, aren't they?
Especially when they're unburrowed.
Yeah, well,
I really did not think you could do
You
that.
could say did not.
I'm gonna be real, I did not think that was possible. Wow.
But you gotta keep in mind, like his army is literally 3-3-2 as well.
Yeah, but I mean, Serral also is 3-3-3.
Yeah,
But he doesn't have the 2.
Lacking the one upgrade.
Yeah,
is,
no shield upgrade for the
No shield upgrade for the
Yeah.
Lurkers. God, what an
That's
idiot.
it.
Can't believe
Maybe
it.
that's what we need to add for Zerg.
The shield upgrade. That's what we've been lacking.
See, Kevin, he doesn't need Storm.
Yeah.
He's winning because he skipped it.
Showtime was just super determined to prove Twitch chat wrong about the Storm. He said, no way can I lose. No chance. Man,
Like, I think Serral should just keep his army together.
Kind of play a compact style, right?
Exactly.
That you usually do with Lurkers. I'm still shocked about that fight.
Because it was just pure Lurkers, honestly, spread out. It's not that great.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, you're definitely right.
That's often the case, Kevin.
Yeah.
yeah. These Archons still suck though. No?
Yeah, they really do suck. But I mean, the Hydras by themselves also suck.
Yeah.
You really need to have the Hydras and Lurkers together to be somewhat useful. Immortal count has dropped to 6 right now.
Also, we're seeing the first Vipers, I believe. I saw a few in the production.
I really like that, because there's not
Yeah.
going to be any spare Templar if you don't have Storm, right? This is something he probably should have done earlier. But it also just felt like he was winning for
Like,
a while.
if he sees Vipers, maybe he's finally gonna get Storm.
That's the trigger. Yeah, I'd like that. If this base dies, this is all that Showtime has, no?
Yeah. He lost the left side a while ago, so if he loses this, he's in trouble. But he's also going to be pushing down here. And Serral is going to get burrowed up. These Archons going to try and make it happen, but there's a lot of Lurker fire. But is it enough? No.
It's looking really
No,
good
it's
for
not.
Showtime, yeah?
Wow!
2-0.
Unbelievable.